Good morning, YouTubers. T Square with T Square Talk. Hope everybody's having a great day. Before we get started, I do want to make a brief 1 minute announcement for our members. If you are a member of the channel, we're about ready to do our special event during the Super Bowl this week. So please leave a comment below writing down a number between 1 and 100. If more than 100 people end up getting in, I will put two names on a square. After everybody's put in their names, you have 24 hours to put a number down. If you do not select the number square, a square will be given to you automatically. For those of you that don't know what that is, this is basically square 1, square 2, square 3, all the way down to square 100. We will go live one night this week and fill out the numbers here and fill out the numbers here. For those of you that don't know, every month we do a special event for our members. It's only $1.99 to become a member. It's free after that. You get your free event every month that we do, and you have a shot at winning some cool prize. This month we're going to be using the Super Bowl in order to do our free silver event. So it's going to be a lot of fun. If you're not a member and you want to consider, like I said, it's only $1.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. Try it out. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, if more than 100, you will see two names on there. If that square happens to win, multiple people will win then, obviously. So it's going to be a fun event. I'm super looking forward to it. And with that being said, now we're going to jump into this morning's video. If you enjoy this morning's video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button, help me out, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts on what we talk about today. And definitely, if you're a member, leave a comment with a number between 1 and 100. So today I want to talk a little bit about the trade war, or the quickest trade war almost in history, as Donald Trump decides to postpone tariffs on Canada, on Mexico for the time being, but he still did remain them on China. So he didn't let up on China just yet. But 10% honestly is not that much. I think the whole purpose of the 10% is more just to get them to the negotiating table. But I have to wonder if there was something else involved. Why say you're going to do a 25% tariff and then all of a sudden back out? So I kind of want to talk about that. What were some of the gains that we kind of did get out of that threat? I'll call it a threat. You had a lot of consumer spending that I've noticed. Even myself, I ordered a new laptop before the tariffs started. I ordered a new camera before the tariffs started, and some miscellaneous little stuff. Now, did I think it would matter huge? Well, it was a possibility. It could have raised the prices on them items a little bit more, possibly raise the prices of a lot of different stuff. And I mean, I can't go out and buy tons and tons of avocados, but I can make my big purchases that I wanted to make ahead of time, and for that reason I did put those in. So they kind of gained that little extra boost in the economy. Now, what other things were gained? I found it interesting that China, once they announced it, China had already started seeing a little bit downward moves in their economy, added downward moves. And I think the continued moves that we've seen also kind of promotes the fear of, hey, this is what you're going to do. You're going to come to the negotiating table. We're going to talk it, or we're going to let things play out and let it go and see how stuff plays out. And ultimately, we buy more stuff from China than they buy from us. So if they had to see their prices get raised, granted, they would pass that on to the consumer, I believe, ultimately. But it is something that as the price goes up, people will slow down on buying items. And then at that point, you start seeing a slowdown in the economy. And technically, you'd see a slowdown in everybody's economy. Because just because a business buys a ton of junk from China, I'm going to call it junk because I think the majority of the stuff people buy, they don't really need. But they buy all this stuff. But it's businesses that buy it. Businesses like Walmart buys the junk from China. And then Walmart sells it off. And then if people slow down on buying because prices jump, then obviously companies like Walmart, Target, these companies essentially see slowdowns in their business. And it does trickle down. So I think this was a good tool to bring people to the negotiating table. It was kind of funny to see how stuff played out. But what I did find really interesting was the amount of gold and silver that came into the country, specifically gold. I know some people will say it only relates to gold, but I think a lot of people put in their silver orders because Mexico is one of the larger silver producers. And to think that maybe they would have tacked on 25% makes people want to hurry up and get theirs ahead of time. Now, taking a quick look at the silver price, we've got the silver price trading at $31.40 right now. What I also found interesting was this huge amount of trading right here where almost nothing was really accomplished. When you really break that line right there, we're pretty much right on that line still of about the $31.50 line. But what we did see was that tons of volume trading that pushed the price all the way kind of down almost to 31 flat, only to see the price flop right back up to 31.60. Now I think that's building a good consolidation right around the right around the $31.50 mark, which is a good thing, especially if you did pick up some stuff, because that means the next leg could be a little bit higher, as we are continuing to see a slow upward projection. As you look at the last 30-35 days, we are seeing it go up from the beginning of the year, and this is what we've seen last year too. We've seen silver go up slow at the beginning of the year, but we've seen gold really start picking up early on, and gold continued with that today, and we saw a lot more volume in gold trading, even though gold is trading down $8 right now. I mean, look how much it went up today. Now it's over. It closed at a good number. So with it over 28, we saw it almost up to what, 20, 28.40, 28. It says here 28.30, but I had looked at something earlier and it said 28.40. But it does point to higher trajectory on gold as well. So I think as the year goes on, we're going to continue to see this trickle up higher and higher, but not in any major jumps. Just a little bit at a time. And when you see this a little bit at a time, a lot of people, they don't want to, some people don't want to buy because they don't think it's big enough to really buy. They're just seeing these small numbers, but these small numbers start to really add up over the course essentially of the year. And so I really was impressed with the tariff threats, just to see how much gold and silver actually came into the country. And where did it go? Where did all the gold go? I mean, you look at the Bank of London. I mean, they were literally getting destroyed, as most of the calls, they were shipping tons of gold to New York. Now, where did that gold go? I did a video previously talking about how the possibility is it wasn't everyday people that was buying it. It could be even the country as a whole that's starting to pick up gold more because they know the direction that's going. They know there's almost no soft, I don't want to call it a soft landing because I'm not really talking about the economy. I'm more talking about the dollar. There's not really going to be a happy ending for the dollar. I can't see how any scenario, how it can play out. The only thing I can see is how they can keep kicking the can down the road. A lot of new information has been talked about today about basically China has a lot more gold than they've been saying, which really makes people wonder, why are these countries all hoarding up gold? And I briefly talked about it yesterday in a video that didn't do very good because I labeled it the BRICS video. And I really think the BRICS topics is a touchy topic right now that doesn't really get a lot of shares from the algorithm itself. I don't know if that's because it obviously is not favorable for the dollar, but ultimately we've talked plenty of times and put a lot of videos out on the direction that gold and silver is going to probably continue to go, and ultimately the direction that the dollar is going to go. And so for that reason, hopefully everybody watching the channel is stacking. I know I've put off a few orders and then I just ended up placing them over the last couple days, and I'd like to get one more order in before we see another big jump. I really believe one morning we might wake up and just see another 50-60 bucks on gold all of a sudden, and another dollar jump on silver. And a lot of people will be like, it's just $1, it's still not the end of the world. But each time these little slabs, you can call them days, whatever you want to call them, but each day you're seeing it inch up a little bit inch up a little bit, inch up a little bit, and you might see it down, but then look, I mean, you popped it right back within the next 2 days. So as that happens, I can expect to see that continue to happen with it going higher and higher. So we'll see how stuff plays out. It's not a long video today, but I really want to make sure that the members put their number in, so I can't get the board made up. I'm not going to be able to, once the board is all written down, I'm not going to be able to change numbers around. So if you have a specific number, put your number in. If you're not a member, it's a great opportunity to become a member right now for only $1.99 and get in on this fun Super Bowl event. I can't wait to watch the game, see how things out. Really, it's the commercials I enjoy the most, so, and the food. But with that being said, I'm going to wrap the video up here. You guys can give me your opinions on why you think they put out those Trump tariff threats and then did not really execute them like they were originally saying they were going to. So with that being said, I hope you all have a great day. Kind of a little bit of a short video, 11 minutes, but I'd love to hear your reasoning behind it too. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys again tomorrow on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.